The monthly average is written there on the left-hand side, and I'm going to draw your attention to this level here, Ruby Partner, where the average income is about $2,500 a month. Obviously, it's an American company, so we quote the price in dollars. That's really sort of like a level where people have achieved sort of like, or not professional, yes, professional status. They'll have learned some skills. They'll have been, they'll know how it is to organize their time, how to really, help people get results and so on. When I started, I wanted to become what's called a Blue Diamond Director, which you can see there on the far right. And I just said, right, just show me how to do that. I already had, as I said, plenty of years of business experience, had a strong work ethic and a real desire to provide wealth for myself and my family. And so I became a Blue Diamond Director in 2017. And as I said, it's been really life-changing. So everybody chooses their own level of participation. We always say to people, what number stands out to you most? And then we go through a training program. We give you a step-by-step training program to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Excuse me. So finally, last but not least, why India? Why is the company going to be investing huge amounts of income, revenue and resources and building lines of distribution and management and manufacturing structure in India? Well, the facts speak for themselves, guys. It's the largest population in the world, 1.4 billion people. We have a growing middle class of young people who are very smart, well-educated, hardworking, extremely ambitious and tech savvy. I mean, it's the perfect storm, if you like. So what we're looking here as well is that because most of these people want to get ahead, they use social media, India is the obvious choice for us to then expand our lines of distribution. The direct selling industry, which is the one that we're in, has a 13.3% compound annual growth rate at the moment. So we know that this is really in an upward trajectory. Now, our main competitor, who is already in India, is doing around about $800 million a year in revenue. And we predict and we project to do $1 billion in revenue in our first year of trading in India. So you can see that we are extremely bullish about the Indian market. We are the #1 company in the world when it comes to beauty device technologies. We will be building a specific product portfolio as well, just for India, because that's something that is very, very important. They realize it, but we're not there yet. Last but not least, what's the potential? We know that the population of Japan, for example, you can see there on the left, 125 million. There are more than 300 millionaires, new skin millionaires in Japan. There is a population of 51 million in South Korea, and we have 5,000 sales leaders in South Korea. But we anticipate $1 billion in revenue with India in the first year of trading, where this corresponds to 30,000 sales leaders. Now, that might not mean anything to you if you're seeing this presentation for the first time, but what's interesting is the actual potential of growth here. This huge, vast country, which is in hyper growth, very, very open to the beauty and wellness sector. It's already a $20 billion market, and it is in double-digit growth as well. So Forbes has said it better than I have. The best time to join a company is when we're in the midst of global expansion or a new product launch. And actually, we are in the midst of a global expansion and a new product launch. So this is really exciting. So what are the terms and conditions? We, as Europeans or Americans, we cannot work directly in India. We have to partner up with people who we call India eligible, who will be able to then be our partners to be able to go and open the Indian market. So those people will have 3 different types of statuses. First of all, they're going to be living in one of our open markets. Let's use the UK as an example. So say my neighbor, for example, is an OCI, which is somebody who was born in India, but actually they are now have taken on the residency of, or the nationality of another country. They still have an India eligible status. It can be a person who is a person of Indian origin, who's a foreign citizen who previously held an Indian passport, or whose parents or grandparents were Indian citizens. They also qualify. Or a non-resident Indian, which is somebody who is an expat in one of our foreign markets, so one of our 48 markets. Once that person fulfills that requirement, they become India eligible. They can work with us in their local communities. And then when we reach a certain level of sales leaders, we're going to have the green light to be able to open India. So finally, just to close, who are we looking to connect with? This is a non-exhaustive list, but just to give you some ideas. First of all, high potential business-minded people who are really, really excited about having first mover advantage in a $20 billion market. So that could be people who are already business owners, or who are people in high sales and marketing corporate positions, but want to leave their company and really do something for themselves, but not go all in doing it on their own, but doing it in collaboration with a very powerful and well-established partner such as Nu Skin. People who want to monetize their social media for free. So this can be people who are on Instagram or Facebook or both, or TikTok, and even LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really, really, coming up as one of the other platforms that's interesting to work with. We have strategies and we have resources and training for all of those platforms. And we help people to monetize their social media for free. And then finally, people like our gorgeous Vivian here, who's a fitness professional. So we look to talk with beauty and fitness professionals, healthcare providers who are looking to expand their customer base outside of their salons, clinics, and spas, and their gyms and their studios and so on. But they also want to stay in alignment with the values and the reputation that they have built as professionals. So there are three main people that we actually work with, and you'll find that that works very, very well all over the world as well. So it's very simple to get started. We just literally send somebody a link, they create an account. They're going to choose the products that they want to use themselves. Obviously, they don't have to use all of them, but we normally start at least with a LumiSpa and some skincare products, because your own personal testimonials are very important. And then according to your own goals, we then help you with a proven step-by-step system to start building your business. So say, for example, Vivian is starting to work with me and she said, Bridget, I want to make $2,000 a month. We would then start going through this process called System 7, where she has her income goal, and then we start building a process or a roadmap to help her get there, whether that be in 4 months or 6 months, or however her time availability presents itself. But it's not a one size fits all. Everybody gets their own personalized plan according to what they want and how much effort and time they want to put in. This is, I suppose, another reason why I love it so much, is that everybody gets to choose their own level of participation.